Hello everyone, welcome to the Spiritual Earth Angel 2323. Hope everyone is having a good day. Happy weekend to everyone. Today I want to discuss about more going to the spiritual journey and spiritual healing is what we're going to be going in today. And the first card is talking about the chosen ones, the divine spiritual beings, dealing with your healing and also your calling, your gifts and your mission and your path. So the first card that you see is you are an extraordinary being because you're a special soul in corporate experience. You have great inner beauty and wisdom. You are always constantly reconnecting with yourself, your higher being, your God, your source, and your ancestors, and your angels. You are evolving now into being one with yourself, God, and Spirit. You are one within the teachings and on your right spiritual path, your right spiritual connection in a positive way. You are with Source now. You are with Source, the Divine One. It's constantly downloading a lot of messages, understanding your life path, the mission, your spiritual abilities and skills that you have, reconnecting to your crown chakra and becoming more aware of your karmic line, your life past experience and your reincarnation. You becoming aware of your life path, where you are feeling well and fulfilled, and you will create. Since you've been in your spiritual journey, where you will go on to the unknown, you'll have signs, symbols, directions. It's all before you now. Messages are being downloaded. Connecting to the energy of confidence. You're fully aware now. Connecting to the law of attraction. Creating everything you visualize. Speak positively in the present. You're believing in yourself now. You're creating a path, potential to move forward in harmonies. Reunion. I love these cards. Reunion. You see the two is the same. Reunion. Connecting with the spirit, connecting with animals, connecting with nature, connecting with the source, God, your ancestors, in spirit, and in spirit with yourself. So with this card here, I'm going to be doing a lot of teaching this time. Like I said, God gave me, special different cards and different things to talk about in the teaching with this. to bring more clarity and understanding on your spiritual life path and your mission and your journey, to understand how everything connects to and line up with what God has placed into your life. It said, you are beautiful, united. You know, you are me and I am you. You are grounding and centering energy. You know, it's time for you now to be yourself, to speak the truth. You've been through a difficult season, a difficult battle, constantly over the years, and now it's time to have that inner calm and joy. You know, everything is beautiful and everything is infinite. So that's why you're now united with yourself. You know, the signs that were sent to you, you know, over the years, you know, due to something has happened to you. And now you begin to visualize in a positive way, so that way you can teach others how to move forward quickly on their spiritual journey, you know, their healing, and trust everything that is what is happening and unfolding around you. Trusting in your feelings and your emotions, you know, and changing them into positive situations that might happen to bring you great wisdom. You know, you're in the energy of unconditional love and light. That's what you're in now. You're more grounded. You're more in your happiness. That you can do everything that was meant for you to do on this earth to accomplish your mission. You have the key to your happiness, your success, your spiritual path. You have a blank slate now to where everything is open to you and it will flow easily to you. You are connected at the present moment, so live in it. Live in the beauty of it. And all is well. Know that all is well with your soul. Everything that you are doing, the divine one, your ancestors and spirit guided ancestors are guiding you, giving you direct insights, direct downloads. And it comes back to God. Like I said, you're being guided to by your ancestors, by God, you know, messages daily, you know, quickly. Messages are coming in quickly and daily. And very intense in how to decipher and how to focus on, put your more attention on what is important at this moment is humanity. Spreading the love, the joy, the happiness, the peace, and the compassion at this moment. You know, you're having confidence in yourself, connecting to your thoughts and your needs. You're no longer feeling empty. You know, you have your place of belonging. You know, you are in intense energy of free will. You know, everything depends on you. You know, you are guided by messages, you know, from deep within inside your soul, your mind, and your body. You know, always connect to the law of attractions. It's what's now being. You are protected by your angels. They're right there by your side to guide you towards what is beneficial to you. And just let you know that everything that you've been through in your lifetime and in your present moment, it puts you on a positive path and mission, so you can draw in that inner strength and that free will and begin to manifest things on the outside and also in the inside. You understand everything now. You understand all the trials and spiritual warfare you've been through. So now it's time to get into the deeper knowledge, the deeper wisdom, the deeper awareness of what your mission is here for and what you need to be doing to accomplish that. Communication is the same thing, that you're always communicating, meditating, praying, to your ancestor, to your God. There's always sending you signs and symbols on what's your next mission, what you need to be doing, what's in the healing phase of it. Processing everything, very quickly. A lot of downloads. What needs to be communicated to other people. What needs to be said, in a positive way, or looking at a situation in a different perspective. You're not where you once had trouble expressing, where people are having a hard time understanding because of your deeper knowledge, your deeper awareness, your deeper wisdom, and how you're connected to God, your source, the divine source, the ancestors, and your angels. And so, you look at the important things, to your awareness, and you're able to hear clearly, with clarity. The spiritual communications, with this one, the number 11, it manifests in different ways. It can help you establish new connections to your throat chakra. Is mostly what the communication is, healing the throat chakra, so that way you're able to get out the words, the understanding, the meaning of what needs to be said, the truth that needs to be said, or the judgment or the justice that needs to be brought to attention. It's not so much stuff that's coming down in my mind really, really fast. So I'm trying to decipher, what really needs to be said, and not go into a lot of details with this. But a lot of the numbers and symbols are now coming. So got to pay attention to that, because that's how the communication is coming on your next mission, your next journey. What needs to be taught or teach to others, so that way they can have that balance also in their life. New connections is going to be coming into your life. Have the faith, that it will be like your soul tribe, as they will say. the people that's going to be around you, that's going to be there to also help spread the word, to help spread the love, the joy, the passion, the healing. The reapproach. So here's a card that says reapproach. I see like the like the two snakes are entwined, and I know if you looked at it, the sign for medicine, like when you go into the medical field, this is like the sculpture, if I'm saying it right, where they have the symbol of the two snakes intertwined in the medical field. So a lot of times, when you're doing your spiritual healing, most of the time you are in a medical field position where you do a lot of psychological evaluation on people. You try to find the root cause of their problem, so that way you can have a solution to the signs and symptoms or different things that they might be going through. And sometimes you have to sit back and reapproach it in a different way when it comes to figuring out someone's illness and what's the root cause of it. It's the same thing when you're going on your spiritual journey. Sometimes you have to reapproach things a little bit differently in perspective. What would the divine will have you to say? See it in God's eyes. See it in your spiritual guidance, your angels, your ancestors that are sending downloads and messages to you. See it in the way that they can see, because sometimes they can see things more clearly and they can explain more things in more detail and find the right solution, so you don't have to repeat cycles and cycles over and over again in old patterns and old habits that once you break it, you break it. Make sure that you're approaching everything with validation. You're creating that great inner wealth. You sense your inner wealth. It belongs to you, present with each and every cell of your body. Your DNA was given to you. You looking deep inside of you. You're seeing your aurora, your chakras, your soul. Everything is being cleared and in line and in balance with your mission and your spiritual path. The next 3 weeks are very important to you. You will be having a lot of downloads and messages coming to you and very intense. So just have confidence in yourself. If you need clarity or understanding, then just ask your spirit guides, God, your ancestors for that. If you need to slow down all this intense energy and messages that's coming towards you, just ask them, to slow it down for you so you can get understanding and clarity of it. And what things that you might have started, you can always pick back up on that, because there could be urgent messages that needs to get out to the chosen ones, the spiritual beings, that God might have used you to do. In the next 3 weeks, you will create new foundations to take an important turn in your life. Is where the shifting comes. You've been prepared for this a long time. And now the time is here. You have the strength, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything is inside, the tools and everything inside of you to do this. So whatever you get in the next 3 weeks will be a great transformation, a deeper shift, a deeper high vibration frequencies is what's going to be coming into your life in the next 3 weeks. You know, where you connect to your compassion. You can do it. You know, you can do anything. So just apply it, you know, and learn from what is being taught to you so you can teach it to others. Duality. So with the duality card is, I got a great insight on this one, which it was, it fits into everything that's going on with spirituality, your healing, your journey, your calling, your gifts, your talents, everything you've been through from your past reincarnation, your past life experience, up until your present moment. So what it's saying is that you're feeling the inner calm. You know, you're having a faith in yourself. You're going to have some coincidence. You're going to have some deja vu that comes to your mind. It's more about the yin and the yang and the opposite of things, the right and the wrong. So when that comes, when you're getting all this download in 3 weeks, you're getting all this intense downloads and you get messages, just take a time out to meditate, breathe, you know, get some rest in between, because a lot of this can be so powerful movement, a powerful shifting, a powerful transformation into the next season of your lifespan. So it's important for you to hear and trust the messages and everything that is going to be coming towards you in the next 3 weeks, that will have a major effect in the next 6 months to a year that comes. So you understand everything. Look at the signs, look at the symbols, you know, be more clarity and positive and get more understanding on your decisions is very crucial and critical at this time, because it will be, what I want to say is that when it be crucial at this time, it can affect how the next cycle, your new cycle that you're in, how your new cycle will have a positive outcome. So if you need to pay attention to and don't make quick, hasty decisions, because sometimes you could make things in so quickly that it could have not the negative, it will have a negative outcome instead of a positive outcome. Like I said, I'm getting so much stuff that's coming down in my messages and downloads in my minds. I'm trying to cipher all this stuff, you know, to make sure that I'm getting the precise clearly of what needs to be said, because I'm not going to make this video very long at all. You know, signs through your emotions and feelings also, and understand you know, what it is. And you will be connecting with your sacral chakra to trust your feelings and your emotions at this time. I think that's it for this one. Yeah, so you're guided to make your own choices that others can't make for you, during your spiritual journey. So forgive, open yourself up to the beautiful person that you are. You also in a calming state now. You see that this reminds me of the Egyptians, women, and where you're calm. You see her structure. She stands strong and firmly on her belief, her mission. She already knows what God has placed into her path that she needs to conquer on this earth, to spread the love, the joy, the passion, and the healing that she needs. So she's in a calm state right now, and listening to everything that God, her ancestors, and everything is saying to her. Her soul is at peace. She has serenity. Nothing is, moving her. Nothing is distracting her. She's very focused. She has mastered how to be calm, in any situation, any areas of her life. And that's how the spiritual beings needs to be at this point. Don't allow the chaos and distractions around you to intercept your calm, your peace, so you don't miss these intense messages and downloads that God and ancestral spirits are sending to you at this moment. So it's good to meditate and from out of everyday life, because we all still have a life that we have to fulfill also as a human, and not just in the spiritual realm. So you have to take care of both the flesh, and you also have to take care of the spirit, the soul. So you have to find balance in that. And when you find balance, you bring into the calmness, the peace, the serenity. And you also bring in the happiness. Now you begin to feel the happiness, the happiness of everything that you've been through that's been going around. You're grateful that you went through this healing, this transformation, that God was highly, pleased with everything, the tests, the trials, the tribulations, everything that you went through. It's bringing you now happiness, peace, and joy, and compassion. You're aware of your inner happiness at this point. You're proud of yourself. Your ancestors, God, and angels are proud of yourself for what you have become and what you've been through. You're in the forward moving energy now. So like I said, things are going to be coming to you quickly. Signs and messages and downloads, to guide you. Your inner happiness will start glowing, the glow on your face, the bright light that is shining, and it carries out from inside to the outside of the world to see. You'll be like the lighthouse that I had posted a message about, the lighthouse, center and anchor. You'll be center and anchors, and you're grounded. And then you finally begin to feel the happiness, the love, the joy, because you have already been through your complete healing. You see everything beautiful. You embrace the fruit of your efforts, and all the projects and creativities and ideas that's coming to your life. You are happy now. It wasn't easy for you at first, but now you are happy. You're going to start, you're going to have people coming into your life that brings you happiness and joy, that's going to be coming into your life also. You are aligned with, the divine one, the connection of God, your source, your ancestors. You have respect for yourself now. You set those boundaries. You no longer allow anyone to disrespect you or disrespect your belief or your concerns. You have that respect. You also have that respect from your angels, your God, your ancestors, and also the underworld. You have respect. They have given you respect too because of the spiritual warfare and different things. They recognize now that you are the chosen one. You are the spiritual being. You are the earth angel. You are the light seed. You are the light worker, star seed, the light workers. You are the high empress, the empress. You are highly favored by God. You are the high priestess and high priest. You earn and you deserve that respect because of everything that you've been through. You deserve the honor. Because a lot of things that you've been through in your lifetime, a lot of people will never, ever survive it. And every time life knocks you down, you got back up standing strong. And you turn that weakness into something strength and strong. And you learn from it. So yes, you do deserve the respect. You will say no when you need to say no. You know your limits. And you set the boundaries. When you need to say yes, you will say yes. You are manifesting yourself through emotions. What was sent to you, negativity, you have turned that into something that is positive and very strong. You no longer put yourself in different situation that is not beneficial to you, since you have that respect for yourself as a human and as a spiritual being, someone that is highly favored and called by God, and being honored and recognized by your angels and your ancestors. You are already connected in the present moment. No longer having people trying to control your mind, and re-altered your belief systems or your morals, your values. You already know your true self, your true inner self. You already know who you are, as a spiritual being, as a highly chosen one called by God. You know the truth. You speak the truth. You have clear messages. You have the spiritual tools now to help you on the way. You have the healing. And so you will be in this energy the next 5 months. So like I said, God is giving me like different segments of different things that's going to be hitting you. So in the next 5 months, you'll be into moving forward positive in everything that matters to you now. You're going to have people that's going to be coming around you in the next 5 months. That's going to be your soul tribe, your helper, your supporters. your community. You will receive a lot of revelations, transformations in the next 5 months. You are aware now of the generational curses that needs to be broken, family karma, that life's lesson that it taught you during your spiritual journey, and where you need to set those boundaries in those relationships in the situation so you don't repeat the patterns over it again. You will be making some mistakes, but it's not going to be major mistakes, because like I said, you have the guidance, you connected to Divine One. You see and you realize, what is being respectful and what is being disrespectful. Okay. Now you begin to understand new and respectful relationships, with yourself and with others. You're not so quickly to accept and bend, to somebody's will. You have your own free will. You have your own belief, your values, your morals. You're not quickly to allow someone to come into your energy and to try to take away your energy or try to cloud up your energy, with their thoughts and belief systems. You know how to protect your energies, and know when somebody is going to be beneficial to you and when they're not. You know how to open up your heart, and that's when you be dealing with your heart chakra. You know how to love. You know how to receive love. You know how to give love. If you see that someone is showing one side of love, you know how to decipher that. You know how to remove yourself from the situation and move to something that is better for you. It could be a job, where you need to have respect on your job and your business. You're not going to allow anybody to ruin your reputation because of false lies and false judgment that was formed against you. You know how to stand up for yourself and speak in bold and confidence. And if you have to reprove those persons or rebuke them or calling them out on their BS, and sometimes you have to do that to have that respect for yourself, to have that integrity for yourself as you're going on your spiritual journey and your healing and your mission. Because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to come against you, but you need to know that you respect and love yourself, that whatever they say, it's just going to bounce off of you. Anything they try to throw at your way, evilness, it's going to bounce off of you. Because you're standing firm, you're grounded, you're centered now. You are totally connected and balanced in all areas of your life, body, mind, and soul. Your chakras are balanced. Only thing you're doing now is edifying it. You on a higher frequency now. You're no longer back in that low vibration frequency. You're in a higher, much higher level, 10 times more higher vibration with the Divine One, the source, to hear, to bring the peace, to bring the calmness, to judge a situation, to bring justice to the situation, to bring healing to the situations. A message So this one is called it said a message to pass on. So with these cards, this is talking about what it says about a message to pass on. You know, it could be a message that you'll be getting from your soul, your spirit guides, and God and your ancestors, that sometimes you might just need to pass a message on. And sometimes you might not have to, use your cards or whatever you do. You can just get on the video, and say, oh, this is the message for today. You speak the message that is given to you, and then you move on to your next. We all have a busy life. So, and we always constantly getting downloads and messages all day long, signs and symbols, words, from people, visions and prophetic dreams. And sometimes you just have to decipher and discern what is important and what needs to be told to get the message across. Free messages is the same thing. The free messages is like the same thing. If they stay there, that is, everything that we do and, we get from God is free. You don't have to pay for anything. All you have to do is open up your mind, meditate, clear your mind, use your crystals, use your incense, to receive the free messages, receive the free downloads that are coming to you, to give out to whoever that you need to talk to about your spiritual soul tribe, your spiritual community, your supporters, people that you need to get the word across. And the last one is the spiritual messages. So with the spiritual messages, if you can actually see this card or not, but I love these cards. There's really beautiful artwork on it. So with the spiritual message, it's connecting with your psychic abilities. Like I said, receiving whatever you feel, you can write it down, invite the messages, that is from the unknown and beyond, and always be in confidence with yourself. So that way, because everything that you are getting now on your spiritual journey and your spiritual awareness and healing is all spiritual messages that's coming towards you. And now is the time, like I said, in the next 3 weeks, up until 6 months, 5 months, year, and also in the next, your next cycle that you're in, the new beginning that you're in, everything is spiritually coming to you now with clarity and with truth from the Divine One on your spiritual path. So just trust your knowledge, trust your wisdom, trust your awareness, trust all of your psychic senses. And know that when it's time for you to rejuvenate and rest, so that way you can receive your next downloads. Know when you need to have a break, and go to your quiet place, your sacred place, so that way you can hear the divine messages that needs to get out. Know when to pick and choose your battles. when it comes to that. Know which messages needs to be out. Know when you need to, if you hear a message, that you need to have the patience and to wait, because sometimes you hear messages is not meant to be said at that point of time. Sometimes it's meant to be said later. God will give you and say, okay, you remember that message that I had sent to you? Then I download us or gave, make you aware of. Okay, now it's time for you to talk about it. So always get a journal and write down everything that God is speaking to your ancestors and your angels are speaking to you. Because some things are not meant for right then and there. It's meant for later on in your spiritual journey, your spiritual teaching, your spiritual healing. And always put a date, when it's given to you, put the date, put the time. And then that way you can always have a reference to refer back to. Even when you have dreams or visions, always put the date and the time. Make sure that when you wake up in the morning, if you had a real deep dream with deeper meaning, deeper knowledge, insights, then the first thing you do is you wake up and you go ahead and you write it in your journal, the date, the time, and remember all details, because every little detail in the dream has a meaning to it. What's your next mission? What's your next, what you need to talk about? Or what's the next thing in your life that is coming towards you that you need to be prepared for, or warning signs that you need to be prepared for. I developed that, keeping a journal on all my dreams, because a lot of my prophetic dreams has come to pass, and I will go and put a date of when God has brought it to pass or brought the revelation of it, and then I can move on. I remember that I went back into one of my dream books that God had me when it was dealing with my mom and my nephew that had passed away 3 years ago. My nephew passed away first, and then my mom passed away like 3 months after that. And so I didn't know that I had dreamed about this 10 years ago. So God had me to go back into my dream book. And I have lots of dream books, lots of prophetic dream books and visions and messages that God has given me over the years. So that's why I said I'm already prepared for this journey. He's been preparing me for years, of this journey, of this teaching. And a lot of things is that I'm just, all the dreams that has occurred and the vision has occurred is just finally catching up to the present, the present time. Because God was really downloading different things from me and like that. So, and I was like writing the stuff down and be like, okay, I'll come back to it when it's time for me to come back to it. So that's what I'm saying to you all too. Get your journey, your dream book. Because this was 10 years that I had dreamed of this 10 years ago. From where my mom and my nephew passed away. And it had said it in my dream book that I had dreamed of that my mom passed away and then my nephew. And I didn't even know that I had already dreamt of their death 10 years ago. So that's what I'm saying. God will show you things of the future. And it's not meant for you to talk about it right then and there. It's meant for you to write it down so it can be a future reference for when he said, okay, I need you to go back to such and such date and time. And I need you to look at this and read it. confirmation. Something just fell down, so confirmation. So he wants you to look at it, and that's when you talk about the situation then. He shows you warning that you need to take heed to and pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to how people are speaking into your life. Pay attention to people around you. He's showing you people true colors, their truth, their personality. He's showing all of that. So that's when you have to decipher then, I need to remove these people. I need to cut these people off. I need to love them from a distance. It's because you have a higher calling as a chosen being, divine one. Everybody's gift is going to be different. Everybody's going to teach in a different way. Nobody that teaches anything that comes from spiritual, divine source, God, angels, ancestors, is no right or wrong way. So don't judge somebody because they might be teaching in a totally different way than what you're used to teaching. Don't do that, because that might be how God has that person teaching things to others, how they are learning. You have to find your own unique way of expressing, what God has given you, with your gifts, to work with your gifts. Come up with your own ideas. Come up with your own creativities. Don't try to copy someone else's gift or creativity, because it's not going to work the same. It's only going to bring more confusion, and not a lot of clarity. It's more of second guessing and assuming, what's going on, when sometimes you could be so far off because you're trying to be in that person's energy. And you can be very, very far off. And and whoever you're trying to read or trying to mimic or try to copy, only thing it is going to confuse the people that your soul tribe that you're trying to communicate with or connect with. So that's why it's always good to pray about things, or what you see, or what you hear from your divine, from your connection with God, your connection with your angels and your ancestors is who you need to connect with. Because not everybody's angels and ancestors are the same. God didn't make everybody the same. So it's up to you to put in the work and put in the effort, put in the healing, to the clarity, to understand the wisdom, the awareness, to understand what your ancestors, your angels, and God is telling you. And you need to follow their divine messages and decisions and clarity. And then you'll start seeing your gift work out for you, your talent. You start seeing things flowing in a positive way, and it's not stagnant. You're not going to be in that same stagnant energy. You're going to be elevating. You'll be in a high vibration. You'll be shifting. You'll be transforming into different levels, going into different spiritual realms with deeper knowledge. I'm not sure why God had me to say that, because I was supposed to end it with that card, but maybe, some people need to hear this. So until next time, continue on your spiritual healing, your spiritual awareness, your spiritual journey as spiritual beings. In your calling, your high calling, and your divine messages to spread love, joy, and happiness and peace around the world.